Life without the internet is something that is hard to believe for the kids of the present generation. Before the advent of the internet, for communication one had to depend completely on the post office or old-age telephone services. The whole process was cumbersome and expensive. Only the rich could afford all these services. The rest of the world remained in dark. Before the internet came into existence, the terms friendship and relationship had a lot of meaning. There were no virtual friends. Everything was so real. To know what's happening in the world, one had to wait for the morning newspaper. To plan a trip, one had to visit the travel agent and find out whether the ticket was available. For checking his or her bank account or for transferring his or her money to some other bank, a person had to physically go to the bank and complete necessary formalities. For accessing books, one had to go to the library, which was literally a routine for people who were fond of reading. For advertising a product, one had to go all the way to the advertising agency and wait for days to ensure that the advertisement was accepted or not. To say about, there are lots. If you ask people of those generations, they would surely say that they miss the life before the internet. Even though people say the internet led to globalization, some still feel that they were closer to each other when there was no internet. Now, when we see life after the internet, it is altogether different. The internet has become the mode of communication. It has taken over the functions of the post office, postman, and all the intermediary requirements. We can also keep a copy of the sent information. Communication has become much faster. And the technology comes at a cheap rate that anyone can afford it. The terms like virtual friends, chatting, phishing, blog, etc. came into existence. Banking and other business transactions have become easy and fast. Friends are no longer real. No longer do we meet our relatives personally and hug them or get their blessings. The world has become so unreal. With the advent of the internet, advertising a product or service has become very easy. The internet has indeed simplified our life to a great extent. It describes life before and after the internet in a very comic sense, but does make us think actually how the internet has changed everyone's life. From all these observations one can conclude easily how the internet has helped us to be part of this fast-growing era. Life indeed has changed and we cannot expect it to be the same. Man has always found a way to deal with issues and surely will find ways to keep the values that have diminished after the internet boom. But one should always remember that life has changed the way we wanted it to change and nothing was brought forcefully. It was our never-ending needs that led to these technologies, and this need is the only common thing that existed in the life before the internet and life after the internet. The remaining things are direct consequences of our needs. Study Corgi can help you make your studies smarter. Visit studycorgi.com for more samples like this, study tips, and writing tools.